All right, welcome to the Second Scoop podcast. The reason it's called that is because we already had a The Scoop podcast, but we never stuck with making it. So now this is the Second Scoop. Wait, let me ask you this question. What do Jay Cutler, Courtney King, Regan Grimes, Jose Raymond, and a whole host of other fitness people have in common?
They were all our guests on the original Scoop podcast. How long ago was that? 8 years, 9 years ago?
Pre-COVID.
Right.
So it was a while back.
A lot has changed since, right?
Yeah, and unfortunately, Whitney and I are tied to every piece of the business here. So we just didn't have the time to stick with a podcast. It takes a lot of work. But fortunately now, with social media being so all-encompassing and people's appetite for fitness information being unquenchable, we're reprioritizing the BPI podcast and bringing back the Second Scoop to give everyone a full dose of industry excitement. So with that said, here we are. And I think we're going to start off with a proclamation that Whitney wants to make in the bodybuilding world. You had something that you wanted to tell everybody?
Yeah, so I think next year, winner of the Mr. Olympia contest will be none other than Andrew Jacked.
Andrew Jacked for the Olympia. I don't know. Anyone listening have any thoughts on that? I personally don't think so. I'm staying with the short, thick, muscled guys and think it'll be either Hadi or Derek. But we'll see.
But speaking of Andrew, one of our athletes, Kamal Argani, who we've worked with for many years, has been training Andrew over the past, 6 months, 8 months, something like that?
I know he came in for the Olympia prep, did the day-to-day training in Tampa with him. They work with Chris Aceto too, so it's like the network.
Yep.
And then you were overseas with them and...
Yeah, so I was with Kamal in Dubai back in, was that October, mid-October, and that was right before Andrew competed in was it the Romania show?
Yeah, one of the Europe shows.
One of the European shows, and won. And I can say that between the Olympia last year and that show, that's the best I've ever seen Andrew look. He came in phenomenal. I think he's definitely the odds-on favorite to win next year.
You're probably right. I was just trying to take the opposition point of view so there'd be some points of contention. As always, the Scoop Podcast is brought to you by BPI Sports, and we need to feature one of our awesome products. Today I'm going to talk about our pre-workout for about 30 seconds. Don't worry, this isn't going to be a big commercial. But one thing I would tell everybody, if you have not yet tried the newest version of 1MR, what we call the OG formula, you're really missing out. Historically, when this product launched, 1MR set this industry on fire and truly, along with Jack 3D, redefined what the pre-workout space looked like. You know, one thing about fitness, it's very interesting. People kind of come in and go out of the space really fast. So I think this era might be forgotten. But if you haven't tried the unrelenting energy of one of these type of pre-workouts, you're missing out. But the big differentiator here, 10 grams of pump ingredients. So everything people are taking today to get blood flow, muscle pump, cellular volumization, it's in there combined with a shitload of energy. So if you have not tried 1MR, the OG, you're missing out. And of course, it's always on sale somewhere at bpisports.com. And it's also on walmart.com as well. So a pre-workout to think of. But that's enough of taking care of bills. Oh, boy, it's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Whit. In the past year, because it's been a big year for BPI, what do you think is one or two of the company's biggest highlights? Is it Dubai Muscle Show, the event that just went on in Egypt? What do you think?
It's hard to pick just a couple because this was a huge year for BPI Sports, especially in the international markets. We had massive growth all over the world. So we did just participate in the Dubai Muscle Show, which if you've never been, you got to go check it out. It is an unreal expo. There are thousands of people there. And what I would compare it to would be more like what expos were here maybe 10 years ago with all the fans that show up. There's a lot of excitement. All the brands are there. It's a lot of fun. And I have to give a shout out to our friends New Rock Sports, our distributor in Dubai. They do a fantastic job. They're the ones that held our booth at the Dubai Muscle Show for the past 5 years. And also, as Chris mentioned, in Egypt, there was a massive expo. It was the first expo like this in Egypt in a very long time, called the I believe it was called the EL Fit Expo. And our athlete Kareem, who, if you guys aren't following on Instagram, you got to look him up. His name is Kareem. We repost his stuff all the time. I don't remember off the top of my head his handle, but if you'll be able to look on our Instagram page and see his content. He is fantastic, and he was there in front of thousands of people doing these crazy fitness contests for days after days, and it was
so like it was outside, some of it.
It was outside,
and the BPI pavilion, because it wasn't just a booth, the pavilion. Every time I saw it had thousands of people there, and Kareem does like interactive fitness challenges, one-arm push-ups, like crazy shit.
All kinds of stuff. Look up his content. You'll love it. He does amazing, puts out amazing content, a lot of awesome challenges. And like Chris said, there were thousands of people there for the EL Fit Expo. And I have to give a shout out to our distributor, GoFit in Egypt. Those guys are amazing, and we're looking forward to a big year next year with them.
Yeah, so internationally, the brand is just having a lot of fun, a lot of heat. Domestically, things are going great too. Amazon, we had a great BFCM. Walmart.com is growing on real well. And we've brought on some other independent retailers. So I would honestly say 2025, with the help of high tech and the guidance of our parent company, has been just such a wonderful rebound year for the company. And if there's one phrase I think BPI has at the moment, it's gratitude. We went through some tough times. With growth comes contraction. And through all that time, we managed to hold the brand together, continue to put out great products, and then have the big rebound year that we have been waiting for. And 2026 will be even more. We're really excited. And a little segue here, but part of that brand experience has been working with some great athletes. Whitney's wife, India Polino, is really our marquee female athlete, and Kamal El-Garni, former Mr. Olympia, marquee male athlete. But another athlete who's been with us through a lot of it, and has really contributed to the growth of the brand, and her life story is pretty interesting, is Boomin' Body Shadia, or what's the handle? By Shadia, yeah. So Shadia's been a great friend to the brand for probably like 5 years now, and her story is very, in my opinion, inspiring is like the wrong word, but it's like a dream come true, because every kid I know dreams of becoming a fitness influencer, but there's a certain algorithm of self-confidence, hard work, hustle that goes into making that happen. And honestly, it's really not for everybody. It's not an easy path. But Shadia did it. So we're going to bring her on as a guest, and we're going to talk to her about her experience. All right, so here we are with our BPI athlete, Shadia, content creator, personal trainer, and all-around great person. Shadia, I'm going to tee up with a question, but you should really do most of the talking here. What were you doing before you decided to go through this life-altering move to become a content creator and influencer?
Yeah, so before I was a content creator, I was in sales. I was in sales my whole life. I actually worked as a furniture sales associate for 6 years. And, it's just one day I got tired of it. One day I woke up, I said, I'm very unhappy. This is not for me. This is not my path. This is not my calling. Luckily, everything aligned to where I was able to leave that job and go full in on my personal fitness journey, as well as my personal training.
Is that around the time you started working with us, or did you have a little lead time before we crossed paths?
No, that was way before I met you guys.
Okay.
Way before that. After I left City Furniture, I had my fitness page, but it wasn't what it is now. I actually started posting there during COVID. So during COVID, that's when I started my fitness page, and I would just post content to motivate people to get active, stay active, kind of home workouts, like what do? You can see me pressing my sofa. You can see me with jugs of paint, trying to squat, anything to stay active.
So how much growth have you seen in your social media over the years since you focused on it?
Wow, it's been, thankfully, thank God, I've been very grateful as well. The growth has been on another level, a whole other level in regards to just every single platform. So I started off with Instagram, and that's also my biggest platform, which is where I started creating content and posting most of my content. But also my YouTube has taken off, my TikTok has taken off, which I've of course been super grateful.
What are your handles? What's your YouTube channel?
My YouTube is Shadia Castillo, and then all the other ones are Boomin' Bod by Shadia.
Bod.
Yes, Bod. Boomin', Boomin, Bod, Bod by Shadia.
One question I think is interesting. See, Whitney and I come from a world where there's magazines and fitness celebrities and there's bodybuilding and competitions. You've built your fitness career outside of the traditional, what we consider the traditional, like NPC, IFBB competitor type thing. And I actually think that kids nowadays are transitioned out of the world that back in the day, it was one dimensional. Like that was what fitness was. You're in the Miami scene, you're at a couple gyms. Tell us about how it is to be a trainer and content creator in Miami. Do you do collabs with people? Do you go to a couple different gyms? Like, what's the lifestyle of a content creator like?
So when I first started kind of really transforming my body, I did it so with a particular purpose of wanting to create that content. When I first started the content creation, I wasn't really big on bodybuilding.
Right.
Until I started transforming my own body and I said, wow, you know, when it comes to professional bodybuilding, it's amazing. Was it my calling? Not really. But I wanted to kind of show people how someone like me, regular, doesn't compete.
But were you an athlete before? Did you compete? Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
I didn't compete. I had a knee injury. I didn't do sports. I was a movie person, stay home, watch movies. The most I would do is maybe go on the Stairmaster, treadmill, random machines. I had
Typical cardio girl
Yes.
at the gym. Like,
Yes.
no clue what you're doing, just...
Yes, correct. Until I had my knee injury, and then that's when I started getting more knowledgeable on what I should be doing to rehabilitate my knee. So back to what we were saying, the content creation, when it comes to what it is now, it's very, very different than what it was before or what it is before. In regards to being in Miami and around a lot of Miami people, a lot of Miami influencers, just in general, being in Miami, it's like you have to look good, right? It just being in Miami in general, everyone around you looks good. Everyone around you is healthy. I wake up at 5 a.m. and there's people running outside. So
But like,
it motivates you.
When you go to the... Which gym are you at primarily
I
now?
go to Boxer
Okay.
Gym in Miami.
So I've never been a boxer, but I know about it. Is there a clique of like you guys, like the cool influencers that are known, and then there's the upcoming, I don't want to call them wannabes because that's insulting, but like people are trying to get there. Are you like in this vibe of like content creators and known people and
Yeah, so
almost a world of like clicks and follows, but in a positive way, not like in a negative?
yes, when it comes to that particular gym, it's a influencer gym. What
Yeah.
I would consider an influencer gym, where you'll have multiple people with tripods.
So who else are there? Who are some of the other big names that are just cool to...
Fafa Fitness.
Yep.
Fafa's there. I love Fafa. She's an amazing content creator. Who else have I seen there that's really big?
I know.
Wasn't the guy that did the water, what was his name with the water in his face?
Ashton Hall does go there as well.
Yep. Arthur O'Neill.
Arthur, yeah.
Arthur goes there. Larry's been there.
Larry's been, yeah. How about the guys from Fresh and Fit? Didn't they train there?
Yes, Fresh and Fit podcast. They used to go there. So it's
Yeah, it's cool. Like you're in the vibe. Yeah.
Sometimes you're talking to someone and you don't know he's the owner of, I don't know, 11 or something.
Yeah.
So you have absolutely no idea who you're talking to.
But you're not in the vibe. You are the vibe. That's what's cool. I mean, that's what's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Like, for example, the other day, a gentleman was like, "Are you Boom and Bod by Shadia?" I was like, "Yeah, that's awesome. How do you?"
Yes, I am.
Follow you, you know. So even that type of interaction, it's really rewarding per se.
Yeah. One last question, career-wise, because you do this for a living.
Yes.
Like, let's be honest. Like, we all have to have a job, right?
Yes.
Obviously, there's a lot of reward from leaving city furniture type lifestyle. Were you ever scared? Did you ever face any self-doubt?
Yeah.
And like, was there a moment where you like an epiphany, like, wow, I can really do this?
Yes. Definitely self-doubt, because, you know, that's just human nature. But when I first started the actual content creation as a full-time, the first kind of like, oh, wow, like I could really do this, is BPI actually reached out to me. I actually had around, I don't know, like less than 10,000 followers. They reached out to me. They probably saw potential in me that I didn't see in myself. And I said, let me give it a shot. And I don't know, 200,000 followers later, and trips later, I've been super blessed and grateful, because I would have never pictured going to, let's say, Arnold's or all these amazing expos that I have been able to, if I didn't not doubt myself and see what they saw in me when they did reach out to me. So anybody that's looking, for example, to go into that full-time content creation, my biggest advice is, one, don't stop. Be very consistent on any platform, and that's with anything in life, just being consistent. And two, don't doubt yourself. If somebody else see potential in you, then don't close that door on yourself and really go for it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, one part of Whitney's life story that we don't talk about a lot, but he kind of started in a content creation realm, but this is before content creation was a thing. And I know you have a great vision of the social media world. What would be your advice? Because look, it's easy for Shadia to give advice because she's, a female, and there's
Right.
going to be as a dude, like, what would you recommend to people looking to get grinded on this?
I would say if you are looking to become an influencer, content creator, just don't try to make everything perfect, because it's not going to be. Just film the content and post it, and just keep posting. Don't worry about, if somebody's going to laugh at you or have any kind of, negative comments, because people are going to say negative things whatsoever, no matter what you post. So just make the content and post it. Just keep posting and stay consistent.
Yeah, I mean, I really think, like, in the older days when we would put together like an Instagram post for BPI, it was like an epic post, like, this is going to be the one.
Yeah.
I think now, the cycle of memory is 8 a day. Like,
Well, especially with TikTok, that's like what you say, throwaway content,
Yeah,
right?
it's like disposable.
Just post whatever it is. Just film whatever you can. The lighting doesn't have to be perfect. The sound doesn't have to be perfect. Just post and post and post.
yeah.
yeah, well, I think one of the most rewarding things for me is when people, like, even when they comment, like, thank you so much, this motivated me to go work out. Thank you, I'm going to try this. Or thank you for your tips. That's what I do it for. For the people that actually enjoy watching my content and they appreciate it. Because you never know who's watching your content and you're motivating them.
Yeah.
So I agree.
Well, on that note, question I would ask you to kind of just help people get ready. Obviously, New Year's resolutions are coming up. And
Yes.
maybe this month people are like kind of throwing it away. But a really cool question I ask is, if you had one piece of fitness advice to people, or one exercise or one tip, one specific thing, what would be one like nugget of wisdom you would give to people either beginning or continuing on their fitness quest?
I would say don't stop. It's very easy to stop your tracks because, let's say, the holidays are here. Or let me take a week off because it's New Year's. Try to get into the flow of things. Create a solid workout schedule or a solid plan for yourself and stick to it. Because if, let's say, for example, Thanksgiving was on Thursday, and to me it was just Thursday. It wasn't Thanksgiving. It was like it was hamstring day.
Dinner was a little bigger than normal.
Right,
That's all.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think that mentality shift will help a lot when it comes to your New Year's resolutions, kind of sticking to that plan versus it's the first of the year
Yeah.
or it's the 31st.
Don't wait to the first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start today.
Doesn't have to be a Monday.
Right.
And then, who is the one person in the fitness world that you hate? No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to shit on anybody.
I've got a list.
Influencers, the ones that have the fake butts and sell programs.
That's true.
Those are the ones that I hate. The ones that
good point.
Photoshop. Yes, those.
It's a different world. It is. It is. Wait, you got anything else to throw in?
No, I think we've covered everything. This was a great first episode
Yeah,
back.
I got one thing. Alejandro, come here. Just so everybody can see the full team, there's Alejandro. He does all sorts of social media, and he's editing and doing everything we do at BPI. So,
I would like to mention one thing. Dennis, if you're watching, we miss our producer.
oh, Dennis, yeah. We might have to bring him back in for a special. So, and DT, we might have to get him for a special.
Oh yeah, DT.
So we
for sure.
definitely need like a BPI retrospective,
Yes.
because even though Shadia's been around a while, she's only been around for a little bit of the while, and
Yeah.
this place has had some fucking crazy stories that we're gonna get through.
Yep.
So yeah, a lot of that's gonna be. It's hard to avoid them. Like Whitney and I have lunch together every day, and we still mention a story that I forgot.
We could write a book.
Yeah. Like,
And one day we'll talk about how BPI was the first one in Walmart.
yep, that's right. Someone's got to remember that.
Some of the first products I took was BPI products.
Yeah.
I would literally Google what's the best, I don't know, BCAA, and it was
Best BCA.
Yeah.
Name the best.
Great name, yeah.
So, all right, so look, so there's going to be a lot more. The second scoop is coming back around more and more. We're going to film on Fridays, and then however long it takes Alejandro to get the editing up, we're going to be podcasting on YouTube and then streaming live on IG and TikTok when we do these. So hopefully everybody gets a chance to follow along. We do have some excellent guests coming up, including Olympia stage competitors, international fitness celebrities, international business components of this. And if anybody has any recommendations, we're always open to that too.
Yep.
Yes. So don't forget to subscribe.
That's it.
Let's go.
Yep.